So in today's Enlisted video, I want to put a little bit of a preface on this video. I know Enlisted is still in beta. I know Enlisted has a lot to go down the road of development. I know that most likely some of the stuff I'm talking about would also be added into the game at some point in the future. But I think a very important thing to talk about with Enlisted is what kind of content would I like to see for Enlisted. Whether it be just grinding content, whether it be secondary content to go after. And this is what this video is mainly about, is how would I personally want to grind Enlisted? What would I like to go after? Events, all that kind of stuff. So, the first thing I need to say is Enlisted needs more secondary content in general. So, I understand they need to focus right now on gameplay as well as focus on getting the game to a place to where they think it's like good. But at the same time, I have seen multiple people start to get to the end of campaigns for now. I know they're going to extend them at some point, but they're getting to the end right now, and it's kind of boring. It's kind of boring in my opinion as well, as being able to grind out a whole nation pretty much, and be at a point to where the only thing you can do is just keep playing over and over. Enlisted is doing a very poor thing with the bronze orders, I think, in my opinion, is moving them from doing task to just XP. Doing a task was actually something to do, and I personally think that it should be changed back to the task system, even though according to them a bunch of people preferred the other way. I don't believe that, but we'll see what happens with that. So Enlisted has a similar system to War Thunder, kinda. With posters and decals. So if you ever played War Thunder has these things called decals, and you're able to get weekly latest decals, as well as being able to go after just random decals and collecting. It's pretty much just like a collector's thing. But in Enlisted, you have these things called posters. And what posters are is you're able to place on smooth surfaces of the map just random like propaganda posters, which look really cool. The only way that you can get them right now was to buy a pre-order pack when the game first came out with the posters in it, or you had to play the closed beta testing and you got a poster, I believe. The next thing I want to see is I want to see more customization. I understand customization is coming at one point because in a developer Q&A they said it was coming, but I want something really cool. Now, in most free-to-play games that are currently doing really well right now, you have this thing called a item shop. Now, an item shop is really, like, I would say way down the line from now, but I like the idea of it. So what it is it's a place that can help fund the game with people buying cosmetics, as well as you're able to sometimes even get free stuff. I'll use the example of Warzone. Warzone has really cool cosmetics shop features of being able to get some free packs sometimes, and as well as most of the time you're able to just see cool stuff, and if you like it you're able to pay for it and be able to use it in game. And I think that will suit Enlisted very well. You can have seasons, like hopefully they start with the battle pass, putting seasons and making the battle pass stronger and making it more of a thing to do in the game, because right now it's just really just get silver orders and that's it. You get your gold orders and that's it. So hopefully at some point they put a theme to the battle pass, and as well as put a theme to their item shop if they ever have the item shop. So I know a bunch of people do not like the item shop because you have to pay. Well, it's a thing that doesn't involve like making the game pay the win, where people who choose to support the game can support the game with that way. So I think the item shop would be a cool thing to get, and hopefully a bunch of people think it is too. So the next thing I would add is unlockable avatars. So if you've ever played War Thunder, you have avatars in War Thunder that you're able to unlock, whether it be just getting so many kills with a certain nation, doing challenges, limited time events, and you're able to kind of put it as your profile picture in War Thunder. I think Enlisted would do really well with this. You could unlock like generals, you could unlock just random people, you could get some cool ones, you could get some people coming out of tanks, you can have some pilots, and I think it would give more people the ability to personalize their own like little leaderboard, which hopefully comes at some point in the game where we're able to see our stats, because I think that's really cool. You're able to see how much you've progressed throughout the game. You're able to see how other people progress through the game as well with stats. So hopefully that comes at one point. And the next thing that kind of interchanges with this is titles. So War Thunder has titles as well. It's kind of like the same thing as Avatar. You're able to pick whatever you like, and you're able to earn them during events. You're able to earn them during just regular gameplay, and it's more of a more secondary thing to go after. So yeah, I hope both of those things come to game because I really enjoy them in War Thunder, and I think they deserve to become to Enlisted at some point in the future. So another cool thing that comes from other FPS games I've played, like Call of Duty, is calling cards. I think calling cards are really cool. It kind of shows what kind of like challenges you've done. For example, if you went on an insane kill streak, or you've killed so many tanks, or you're proficient with some like rifle, it'd be really cool to go after those as well. And I think it'd be really cool to see those. So the last thing I want to see for Enlisted is I want to see events. I want to see being able to get special reward weapons or even tanks, kind of like the Twitch drops are right now, and even the pistols you can get. I think the engraved stuff is really cool, and I think you could do it for pretty much any weapon. Even if it's not completely historical, you could easily just make up an engraved thing, which I think is completely okay, because they have said in their Q&A they're not going to just be historical. If they think it could be possibly done, then they will be able to do it. So other than that, I think the main theme in this video is that Enlisted just needs more stuff to do. Right now, a bunch of people do think the grind is too hard. I disagree as of now, through the release of the OBT, because a lot of people have actually started completing the campaign that they're currently on, and it's been, what, maybe 2 weeks since Enlisted's released. And if you know, majority of free-to-play games, you want them to survive for as long as they can. So if you notice, if you ever played War Thunder has been going on for almost 8 years now, and a bunch of people have been playing all 8 years. You want the same thing in Enlisted, and I think that's the next step that they need to do once they finish the gameplay aspect of the game. So I hope everyone has a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys